Alrighty, so let's dive into this. So again, this is my Kashtira Altergeist budget deck. This is fun, up to date with the modern format. So right now you see the 2 Unicorn, because obviously can't have 3 anymore. You do have 3 Ogre. And then you have 2 of the Rise Heart. And now going into the Altergeist package. Also, I feel like this is a nice range, of course, budget one, so you don't have Fenrir, even though, I think the price for him did go down, but I'm trying to keep this as strictly budget as possible, because Fenrir, just a single one, is still, what, 23 bucks? And now let's dive into Altergeist package, and again, what's awesome about these cards is, besides, being just fun cards that you can use your normal summon with, it's kind of like a throwback that people did, think was so strong and now, kind of power crap. So it's like a nice even balance. And also look at how basically everything is hollow with them. So the 3 multi-faker. And now we dive into the 3 marionetter. And now let's dive into, I did have 3, but now I only made it 2 for, the Melusik. And now let's dive into the Silquetos. Definitely did not say that right. But yeah, the rest of them, like this second last one anyway of the Altergeist. But I feel like these are better at 2. So again, also 2 of the Conqueror. I do quote unquote have a side deck where I do have multiples of each. Filling it out. It's not like a real side deck because, I feel like I never really would change these, but, I still have them there just in case. And now we're going to go to the archetype monsters that I have that I feel like, synergize well. So, Pankratops, obviously fits well amazingly because special summons. So, even if I do already Kashtira and then also boom, still have less monsters, it fits perfectly, and obviously amazing effect, which is why he's a one of in so many decks. And then this is more of a fun surprise, is the new, well, not new, but, the retrain of Jinzo. So, him being a menace. He's definitely great, too, because very easy to special summon, since, it just requires, trap activation, easy, level 7-2. So, yeah, you could even obviously do plays where you can use a Jinzo, but your deck does rely heavily on traps. So that is kind of tough if you want to do that. And now let's dive into the spell cards. So we're going to dive into the Kashtira spells first. So, Kashtira Birth. Obviously, this card is amazing. It's cheap, and I'm still shocked that it wasn't hit. This is only one of the Kashtira Theosis. Obviously, this card still is a little bit more money, like around 7. So again, still focusing on budget, but I still feel like you need 1. And now let's go into the non-engine spells. I mean the non-archetype spells. So a Chains of Heart, Monster Reborn, and a Book of Moon. Obviously, Book of Moon you can always add more of, but I still feel like once you do a big interruption with Book of Moon, it's great. Monster Reborn, I just feel like could be super helpful because, obviously it can help for the Kashtira plays or the Altergeist plays. And Change of Heart, really, I just feel like it's such like a fun card that doesn't get enough love, and you can just do it in multiple different ways. Whether to obviously just disrupt your opponent so they have a less monster, but also with the Altergeist cards, it's very easy to climb into links. So that's a great thing because, obviously for the XYZ cards of Kashtira, would Change the Heart help so much? Not really, unless it's a mirror match. And now let's dive into the traps. So we have 3 preparations, and that's the only trap card for Kashtira. So now let's dive into the Altergeist ones. So we have 2 manifestations. Obviously, again, like I said before, with the monsters, I also have the same with the traps, an extra copy of them, if I ever want to move them around. So now we also have 2 protocol. And then also I have 2 spoofing. Even though some people, I feel like most people actually run 3 spoofing, but I feel like this, having two of each I think is nice. Obviously, again, I have a third one, so it changes. If it was hollow, maybe just for style points, I would add a third one, but that's it. And then the final card of the main deck is Beast King Unleashed. I feel like this is so amazing, and I don't know why I don't see this in more kind of decks, especially Kashtira, just because since everything is so easy to special summon back, and then also Altergeist, since a lot of them are very low attack, it's kind of a win-win because you can get rid of a big problematic monster on your opponent's side, get back your smaller cards, and then boom, recycle their effects. Or again, like I said with the Kashtira cards, it's very easy to summon them back up. So that's it for the main deck. I'm going to slide this over, and then I will show you the extra deck right now. So again, this is post Forbidden List. So 2 Shangri-La, I was doing 3 when I also was doing more Arise Heart, but as you can see, only 1 Arise Heart, which, again, still great card. I have Draco Sack. That's the last of the rank 7s. I wasn't sure if I needed more, but honestly, I kind of like, making the extra deck, in a sense, more focused on the Altergeist. So I feel like that's like a nice blend of, this is, a good enough package for the extra deck of Kashtira. And then for the last XYZ, just one of, because it doesn't hurt, Bagusta, just because there are plenty of level 4 monsters, whether it's the Rise Heart, Kashtira, if I don't want to use his effect to make him a 7, and then obviously multiple Altergeist, so it's just easy to do that because you never know when he's going to come up. And now let's dive into the Link monsters, so starting off with the Altergeist package. So we do have 2 of Kid Olga, and now we dive into 2 of the Hexia. I definitely feel like it's a nice blend having 2 of each, just because there is a way where you can actually, have them both on the field at the same point when I was playtesting. And then also 2 of the Prime Banshee. So yeah, definitely, also I love the artwork of it. I do have also 2 of the Memory Gant. So again, also with the extra deck, I do have, copies of 3 for each as well, but I feel like having 2s for the most part is just a nice, easy balance because, a lot of the traps also allow for recursion. And then the last 2 monsters that are left in the extra deck that are Link, just in case if I want to use non-Altergeist cards, I have a Topological Bomber Dragon and then also a Boral End Dragon. This card is just so strong, and then also I just like the ability that if something happens to Bomber, the main monster zone in a sense gets Raigeki'd, so it's like you're starting fresh, and since obviously they would probably get rid of it on their turn, that means you have more opportunity to fight back once it's back to you. And yeah, thank you so much for your time and consideration. Have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and honestly, I know people say this card is toxic, but God, it's just such a beautiful card that I would not mind this, eventually maybe going back to 2. So yeah, have an awesome rest of your day. Stay happy, stay healthy. I'll see you again for more deck reviews.